Live, this is News 12 and NBC 26. News at 6 o'clock. On your side.
As Hurricane Matthew begins to make its way up the coast.
Your life is no longer your own. You got to get in the car, you got to secure your quarters and board up your houses.
Hundreds of thousands of people are evacuating the South Carolina coast.
Just know that we'll continue to update as we go forward, but we appreciate the cooperation that everyone has given across South Carolina because it's made a big difference.
As local shelters get ready to provide relief.
This has wide-ranging effects because it is a coastal evacuation. So during this coastal evacuation, obviously Aiken County will be impacted.
We're on your side, tracking Hurricane Matthew.
And a special welcome to those of you from coastal areas who are here to ride out the storm with us. Good evening, I'm Richard Rogers.
And I'm Laura Warren. We have team coverage for you tonight as Hurricane Matthew creeps closer and closer to the coast. But first, we want to get straight to Kevin, our meteorologist, for a look at the latest forecast.
Kevin, how much of an impact will that storm have in this area?
Well, as far as Augusta is concerned, remember back to what happened with Tropical Storm Hermine. I think we'll see similar conditions here in the Augusta-Aiken area. Winds around 20, maybe 30, gusting to 40. So nothing we can't handle as far as the Garden City is concerned. But as you head toward the coast, it's a different situation. Here's a look at Hurricane Matthew right now over the last 6 hours, making its way through the Bahamas as a Category 3 storm. Yes, it has winds of 120 miles an hour. It could strengthen again to a Cat 4 as it heads towards the east coast of Florida over the next 24 hours. Notice the timing here. By Saturday afternoon, it's about 150 miles southeast of Augusta, just off the Carolina coast there, possibly as a Category 2 storm. And then look at the loop it takes in the models here as it wraps its way southward into early next week. That's good news for Myrtle Beach. They might not get a direct hit like previously thought. As far as Augusta, here's what we're thinking for Augusta itself. The winds will be 20 to 30, maybe gusting as high as 40. Could see a couple of inches of rain, but the worst of this storm will be to our southeast. We'll give you more details on Matthew straight ahead.
Thank you, Kevin. As a reminder, Aiken County schools are closed for the rest of this week as shelters. Richmond and Columbia County schools are not closed. For a full list of other closures related to Hurricane Matthew, check our websites, 26nbc.com and wrdw.com.
Teams across our area spent the whole day getting ready for Hurricane Matthew and all the people expected to arrive in our area as the coast is evacuated.
Our team coverage begins this evening with Preston Willett joining us live from Aiken County and the first shelter to open there. Preston.
Richard, more people are coming in here. Just a car pulled up just a second ago. Last count I got, we have at least 10 people that have checked into this shelter, but they're expecting a lot more because Governor Nikki Haley has said that 100 miles away from the coast is the safest distance, and Aiken is 117 miles away from the coast, so they're expecting to see a lot more here. Right now, South Aiken is the only shelter open, but other schools could open shelters if needed. At a press conference this afternoon, the Red Cross said they will provide food, but not cots, so you'll need to bring your own sleeping arrangements. They also will need to find other places for their pets, as this is not a pet-friendly shelter. 211 has information on that. The Sheriff's Office and Public Safety will provide protection for the shelters as well as directing their main traffic points here. Emergency management is now on OPCON 2, which means all hands on deck.
We will be staffing this emergency operations center beginning today, 24 hours a day, in response to Hurricane Matthew and the evacuation.
Now, a very key number that I just mentioned right a second ago is 211, not 911. That's going to be your main call for emergencies. But 211 has all the information that you're going to need to ride out this storm. They're going to have your evacuation routes all the way to the closest evacuation shelters. But you can see behind me, a lot of people are starting to come in here, unload. We even got the Boy Scouts out here. So it truly is all hands on deck in Aiken County.
All right, thanks for that update for us, Preston. The Aiken County YMCA is helping parents with child care needs since schools were shut down in Aiken County to make room for evacuees. Special daycare will be offered tomorrow and Friday. Those daily prices vary depending on if you're a Y member, but some rates are as low as $15 a day.
A lot of people have animals to worry about. Barns and stables are also getting ready to take in extra horses. The Hippodrome in North Augusta is already filling stalls with horses coming here from the coast. They have about 300 stalls there available, but there is a cost to stay there. There are some smaller private farms around Aiken and Edgefield offering their space as well. For more information about sheltering animals, call that helpline at 211.
In Augusta, EMA also getting ready to accept evacuees from the Savannah area. Lindsay Tuman on your side with how all those people heading our way could affect you.
Laura, for the last storm that came our way, city leaders had an open door meeting to discuss their preparations. This time that door was closed. Afterwards, they did share, even without the chance of a lot of damage coming our way, people need to be prepared for all of the people coming over here.
Thousands of people could be making their way to Augusta in the next few days. City leaders are preparing to handle the influx.
The mission is kind of a little different, as that we won't have as much damage here or any damage at all, but we will be receiving people from areas that have damage.
The city has an agreement with Chatham County to take in about 5,000 people. More from South Carolina and other counties could come too. They're ready with shelters and supplies, but Chief Chris James says folks here need to be ready too.
There's a possibility that we'll have a lot more people in our community that aren't usually here.
That means having what you need now is important.
You will see more people in the grocery stores. So if our hotels are filled, you're going to have more people shopping into grocery stores.
You could likely see the impact on the roads as well.
Is there a possibility that we could have a lot more traffic? It is.
Even the hospitals could see more patients.
We know that Georgia Regional Hospital in Chatham County is making plans to make some moves.
And even though the weather might not hit hard here, he says it's important to be ready for anything.
Their medications, food, and have a plan for their family and know where their families are.
Being prepared while ready to help.
To the citizen here is to make sure you have the provisions you need at your home, and then be thankful that we can help another community.
At this point, it's not clear exactly how many evacuees from Chatham County are coming this way, if any at all. But city leaders are checking in every few hours, and as of now, we do know that Trinity on the Hill is opened up to take evacuees as of just a couple minutes ago.
That's late breaking news there. Trinity on the Hill opening up for evacuees on the Augusta side of the Savannah River. As the storm heads our way, though, we're on your side helping you prepare for any destructive weather we might see. You can find resources for creating a family emergency kit on our websites. You'll also want to make sure you have all the important documents in one safe, waterproof place. FEMA has an app you can download just like ours if you want to have double the alerts.
Bamberg County already seeing evacuees from the coast heading through that area as well. Liz Owens joins us live on your side along a busy evacuation route with a look at how evacuations are going. Liz.
That's right, Laura. We have met a lot of evacuees actually right here over the last few hours. Most of them from Beaufort, a lot from Charleston, and that's because they're using this route right behind me, Highway 78, to leave the coast to get to Augusta. Things have slowed down a little bit right now, but it was a lot busier earlier today, and a lot of folks didn't even wait until 3 o'clock hit to leave. They left as early as they could.
At the intersection of Highway 301 and 78.
We're not quite a refugee, but we are an evacuee.
Evacuees flood the Hardee's parking lot almost as quickly as the rains during a hurricane.
Well, your guinea pigs are a necessity. They can't make it on their own. They're in a little cage there.
They can't swim, right?
It took John and Lauren Matthews 2 hours to get here from Beaufort, and that's going the back roads.
You always take your vital records with you, anything that you need to have, because you don't know if your house is going to blow away, float away, or burn up in a fire.
They're just two of more than 1 million people evacuating the South Carolina coast. The evacuation route from Beaufort and Charleston to Augusta goes directly through Bamberg.
Yes, I expect a ton of traffic. Everybody is taking Hurricane Matthew very serious, which they should.
Brittany Barnwell says the biggest challenge here over the next few days will be the traffic.
We're going to try to push you through as fast as we can, but we would like for everybody to remain safe.
The Red Cross and DSS is set up at emergency shelters in town to help evacuees. DOT has set up barricades, and Highway Patrol is directing traffic to help folks like the Matthews get out quickly and safely.
Are you nervous about Hurricane Matthew?
No, I'm just not looking forward to the mess I may come back to.
And you could call this the calm before the storm. County officials believe that the roads will only get busier as a hurricane comes closer. And Laura, Richard, I have to tell you, we're standing in front of that Hardee's that you just saw in my story, and I went in there a minute ago because it's been so crazy busy, and talked to the manager, and she said the last time she saw it this busy was during Hurricane Hugo.
Oh,
she
wow.
actually worked then, and so they're seeing, she's kind of reliving the whole thing, and yeah, I wish you could see everything that had been happening, but people bringing their pets out, putting their suitcases, opening them up. So it's definitely a lot of evacuees taking this route out of from the coast.
Heading right through Bamberg. Thanks for that update, Liz. It looks like John's done that a few times before. He had the guinea pig ready to go, the paperwork. He's prepared. Well, lane reversals started this afternoon to get all those people inland from the coast as efficiently as possible, beginning with I-26 from Charleston to Columbia. Other reversals include 3 lanes traveling west on US 278 from Hilton Head, US 221 starting in Beaufort, and South Carolina 544 and SC 22 both in Horry County.
A strange sight to see all that traffic moving in one direction, and all those people heading up from the coast are going to need a place to stay, and that may be a challenge. Kelly Wiley on your side as hotels across the 2-state are filling up.
Well, Richard, phones are ringing off the hook at Augusta area hotels with people evacuating the coast looking for a place to lay their heads for the next few days. 3 buses holding 160 senior citizens from Hilton Head checked into the downtown Ramada just a few hours earlier today. I checked in with the Ramada, the downtown Marriott, and Holiday Inn Express. Also, the cluster of hotels on Stevens Creek, all of them are completely booked, with the exception of the Sheridan on Stevens Creek, which around noon only had a few rooms left. Some of the hotels say there will probably be no availability until at least Sunday. All the hotels I've spoken with say most of it is due to evacuees. Now hotels are having to turn people away.
We've had to turn a few folks away because we have been sold out.
So the first one that came up in Augusta was the Radisson, and I just booked it. I didn't want to take a chance.
And some of those evacuees who are heading here and just walking into different hotels to check, those are the ones coming up empty. Some tell me they are considering going to the next town over, maybe Columbia. And the manager at the Holiday Inn Express downtown says, put your name on the waiting list because tourists and business people are canceling, and then they can immediately set you up and give you a call.
And don't forget, if you download our app, you'll get weather alerts as soon as we do.
Go to our homepage and click download our app there on the right. Above that, you'll also see a number of resources for tracking Matthew. If you're in town looking for a place for your pets, fairgrounds in both Aiken County and Richmond County are open to help you out with that. So that's good news for a lot of families.
Yeah, we've got more details on that on our website as well.
Well, continuing to track Hurricane Matthew, Governor Nikki Haley set to speak again about the path of this storm and how the state is responding.
We're on your side with another check of the tropics coming up.